Welcome to today's episode, where we'll be exploring a timeless philosophy that has guided emperors, thinkers, and everyday people through the trials and tribulations of life. Imagine for a moment that you could remain untouched by the chaos of the world, calm and centered, no matter what challenges come your way. What if you could respond to stress, anxiety, or even loss with a sense of inner peace and resilience? In this episode, we're diving deep into the teachings of one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD. Through his philosophy, we'll discover a powerful tool for mental and emotional strength, a concept he called the power of indifference. Now, when most people hear the word indifference, they think of it as a lack of care or emotional detachment. But what Marcus Aurelius meant was something entirely different. His version of indifference is about selectively engaging with the world. It's about choosing where to focus your energy, directing it only toward things you can control, and letting go of the things you cannot. In the chaotic world we live in today, where stress and distractions are a constant presence, this Stoic approach to indifference offers us a liberating perspective, a way to filter out the noise and cultivate true peace of mind. So in the next few minutes, we'll break down what Stoic indifference really means, how Marcus Aurelius applied it in his life, and how you can use these ancient teachings to stay grounded, resilient, and purposeful in your own journey. Whether you're looking to reduce stress, make more mindful decisions, or simply live with greater calm, this episode has something for you. Let's dive in. The heart of Stoicism, indifference as liberation. Imagine for a moment that you possess the power to remain untouched by chaos, impervious to the stress of daily disruptions, and calmly centered no matter what life throws your way. This may sound like a distant dream, but for Marcus Aurelius, it was not only a possibility, but a way of life. His mastery over this power came through a philosophy known today as Stoicism, a school of thought that continues to influence modern life. At the heart of Marcus Aurelius's teachings lies a remarkably liberating concept, the power of indifference. But what does indifference truly mean in the context of Stoicism? This isn't about a lack of care, nor does it suggest apathy or emotional detachment from the world. Instead, it's about choosing where to focus your energy and emotional resources. It's about recognizing that there are aspects of life you cannot control and choosing not to invest your mental and emotional energy in them. Rather, you direct your focus toward what you can influence, allowing you to maintain inner peace and emotional resilience in a world that is often unpredictable and stressful. In his personal writings, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius describes the essence of this philosophy. His reflections were never meant for public consumption, but rather as a personal dialogue between his higher and lower selves, a guide to cultivating virtue and wisdom in a tumultuous world. These meditations have transcended time, offering profound insight into the human condition, and have inspired countless people throughout history to adopt Stoic principles. Today, in a world where the constant barrage of distractions and the pressures of modern life can often lead to anxiety, stress, and emotional fatigue, Marcus Aurelius's approach offers a timely and powerful antidote. The Stoic philosophy of indifference teaches us how to filter out the noise that disrupts our peace of mind. It reminds us that while we cannot control the events that happen to us, we do have control over how we respond to them. And it is in this response that we find our true power. What does indifference really mean? When we talk about the philosophy of indifference as taught by Marcus Aurelius, we are not referring to the modern sense of the word, which often carries a negative connotation of apathy or disinterest. Instead, Stoic indifference is about adopting a mindset of deliberate detachment from things that lie beyond our control. This selective engagement allows us to conserve our emotional energy, which can be directed only toward the things that are within our power to change. The key to understanding this philosophy lies in recognizing what we can control and what we cannot. This is the core of Stoic thought and is known as the dichotomy of control. Marcus Aurelius made it clear that true peace of mind comes from recognizing that our efforts should be focused on those things we can influence, while we must accept that certain things are simply out of our hands. We cannot control the weather, the actions of others, or the inevitable events of life, like aging or death. Yet we always have control over how we respond to these external factors. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This insight is pivotal because it challenges us to shift our focus inward, taking responsibility for our thoughts, attitudes, and reactions, rather than wasting energy on things that we cannot alter. Through this practice, we become less affected by external circumstances, cultivating a sense of emotional autonomy that allows us to maintain a stable, resilient mindset in the face of adversity. Selective engagement, the art of focusing on what truly matters. Indifference, as Marcus Aurelius envisioned it, is not about withdrawing from life or retreating into a shell of detachment. Rather, it is about engaging more thoughtfully with the world. It's about making conscious choices about where to invest our energy. Stoicism doesn't advocate for neglecting or ignoring life's challenges, but instead, it teaches us to engage with them in a way that reflects our values and priorities. For instance, consider how we react to difficult situations. It is natural to feel frustration when things don't go according to plan, or to be disheartened by negative events in our lives. However, Stoicism encourages us to pause and reflect before reacting impulsively. By recognizing that certain aspects of the situation are beyond our control, we can focus on what we can do, our response. A Stoic response is one that remains calm, reasoned, and rooted in virtue. By cultivating a sense of selective engagement, we can avoid the trap of being constantly swept up in the emotional turbulence of the world around us. Instead, we can maintain clarity of thought, focused on our core values and the things that truly matter. As Marcus Aurelius put it, it's not events that disturb people, it's their judgments concerning them. This highlights the importance of managing our judgments and perceptions, understanding that the emotional disturbance often comes not from the event itself, but from how we interpret it. The power of response, control, and acceptance. A crucial element of Stoic indifference is the idea of accepting what we cannot change. We may feel powerless in the face of uncontrollable circumstances, but Stoicism teaches us that acceptance is a form of strength, not weakness. Accepting the inevitability of change, loss, or discomfort allows us to live with a sense of equanimity, knowing that we are not defined by external events. Instead, we find our identity in our ability to choose how we respond. This philosophy, when applied consistently, can lead to profound resilience. Marcus Aurelius's writings are filled with examples of how he grappled with the demands of empire, personal loss, and the burdens of leadership, yet he remained grounded in his Stoic practices. His ability to accept his limitations while focusing on his internal virtues exemplifies the Stoic approach to life. The power of response, therefore, is not in changing the world around us, but in shaping our internal world. Through reflection, meditation, and mindfulness, we train ourselves to respond to challenges with clarity, calmness, and purpose. This internal shift, recognizing the difference between what we can control and what we cannot, brings peace and resilience, even in the most turbulent times. Conclusion. Embracing the Stoic way for a resilient life. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's philosophy of indifference offers a powerful framework for navigating the complexities of modern life. Far from advocating for emotional disengagement, Stoic indifference empowers us to focus on what truly matters, cultivating inner peace and resilience amidst the chaos of the world. By embracing the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within our power and what is not, and responding with reason and virtue, we can lead a life that is more serene, purposeful, and grounded. As we apply these Stoic principles in our own lives, we not only follow in the footsteps of one of history's greatest philosophers,